So, welcome everyone to the Conscious AI Marketing Masterclass. And this is something that I thought a lot about hosting. And I basically wanted to create something that was helpful for people who were curious about AI. I wanted this to be a helpful class where we're basically able to tap in to the ethics of AI. We're able to tap into understanding AI more deeply, especially in the space for conscious creators, because there's so many debates going around about AI and the discourse is so powerful. But at the end of the day, AI is just the next form of technology that we're stepping into. So what I want to do and what my goal is today is to help you guys step in to a deeper understanding of AI and how to utilize it in your business so that it better serves you and better serves the collective that you're trying to impact. So essentially what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of go through like the spiritual philosophy behind AI, different conscious ways that we can utilize AI in our business, and also how we can use AI to create content in a way that's ethical and still connected to your soul's purpose and mission. So if you guys have any questions at any point, you can pop your questions in the chat. And I completely want this to be like interactive on a level. Like if something's coming up for you, if you like even feel triggered a little bit by something, like, or something's coming up in discussion, like you could always pop it in the chat. And then if it's like aligned with like what we're discussing, then I can like also bring this up. So I'm super excited. Have your pen and paper, notebook, and also like, yeah, feel free to take any notes. And this recording is also going to be sent out to anyone who missed it or anyone who wants to review any of the notes at any point too. So yay, thank you guys for coming. So welcome. So basically what I want you guys to do, we have so many people from all different places in the world that came here today. I'm so excited. We literally have people from Costa Rica, California. I'm in Italy right now. Like wherever you guys are from, just drop in the chat where you're from and also what you offer, because who knows, maybe there's someone who's looking for what you have to offer. So right now, just take some time to connect to the other people here. So what your name is, what your main offering is, maybe you do yoga, maybe you do meditation, maybe you do nails. Like just take the time to write in the chat what it is that you do for the collective, and also what your intention is for coming to this class. So you guys can write that down in the chat. And one thing that I'll say is that this is like what we've called in here is a community of like-minded people, like we're all conscious individuals and we're all looking for a way to further our business. We're looking for a way for us to improve and amplify our voices online. So this is a community where you're able to bounce off of ideas with each other, where you're able to connect, where you're able to help each other step into your power. So yeah, utilize this as a resource. Oh, we got a lot of chats. Okay, so Rosemary says travel and marketing business. Oh, I love this. Javiera, I'm from Costa Rica, from Chile, located in Costa Rica, and she's a flow artist offering movement and healing retreats. Oh yes, I love this. Antonella, photography and art in New York City, learning the AI aspect of creation. This is going to be so helpful for you, especially as an artist, to amplify what you're already creating. Matthew, psychic and Akashic records reader, energy healer, here to expand your consciousness. I love this. And I'm actually going to be tapping into theories about the Akashic records and AI in this. So I know you're going to love that piece. Grace from England. I love you, mates. Digital marketing, yoga, and coaching. Yes, queen. She also has a moon workbook, which I absolutely love. Don't forget to shout that out, queen. Gonna sing your praises for you. Sabrina Lotus Flower from Long Island. She teaches yoga, she writes poetry, and leads sound healing. Her intentions coming to this class is to help to learn to build her spiritually her spiritual business more deeply and to amplify her business. Leanne dropping in from Costa Rica, yoga, social media marketing, marketing and strategies, promotions and partnerships. This is going to be so powerful for this. Like, this is really the core of like what is happening in social media marketing and just making content creation easier for you and also for your clients as well. So I'm so excited for that. Rosemary, creating incentives for businesses and wanting to sell high ticket items, 100%. This has helped me with my own process with like, increasing sales and high ticket sales as well. Elizabeth from Long Island, she offers jewelry, crystals, angel card readings, harp lessons. Guys, there was literally like 3 of you guys who reached out to me about harp lessons. This is Liz, and she teaches people how to play the harp, and she's in Ronkonkoma. So actually, funny enough, Dawn, remember how we're meeting up to have dinner together? So Liz is actually going to join us because she's in Ronkonkoma too. And you guys, like, your energy will just connect to each other. She actually plays the harp and teaches harp lessons, and she's absolutely incredible. Dawn's like an amazing esthetician, and she does nails, and she's just a beautiful being, and she's coming down to Costa Rica. So I'm so excited to have you down in Costa Rica, Dawn. And she also does crystal healing. Marie Atuello, the $1 billion healer. So the guys, this is my client that I've been working with to brand, to market, to help her step into her next energy. And she has been fully showing up. She does incredible potent healings with people. She is like the next level. Like, she's psychically tapped in to so many things. Like, I'll just go on a call and she'll be like, Alicia, did you know blah 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 blah, and it's like all stuff that I'm going through, and I'm like, how did you know this, Dawn? I mean, how did you know this, Marie? It's so crazy. And then, oh, Rosemary also wanted to learn to play the harp. I'm gonna connect you guys all to to Liz. We're gonna all have like a harp meeting. Oh my God. Yes, beautiful. So I'm so grateful to have you all here. You all have such beautiful energy together. And like I said, we're all meant to connect for a reason. And this is just going to help you to further amplify your business. Thank you so much for coming. So I wanted to introduce myself first as we step into the lesson. So my name is Alicia Munian, for those of you who don't know me and this is your first time connecting with me. I was listed on Long Island Business News 30 under 30 list. And this was like one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. I was so grateful for this. So I had gotten on this list for starting my business at the age of 24 years old. I started my own meditation and psychic business. And I also started building websites for people online and helping them with marketing. And since then, I've manifested so many beautiful things in my life. I've helped over 300 clients in their healing journeys, holding space for trauma healing, holding space for psychic readings. And I've traveled and volunteered in over 13 countries around the world, but I've visited over 30 different countries at this point as well. So in 2020, I manifested my dream home in Costa Rica, and this is where I host healing retreats for women. And I'm so excited to be able to hold this space. And I'm so grateful that it's been this incredible journey of stepping into my power. And then also too, it's like now with AI and technology, I've found so much more ease in my business, where things before when I first started were so much more harder for me. And the thing is, your first year of business, your first 2 years, I would say, are the hardest because you're building systems, you're establishing your flow, and you're learning how to communicate to your audience. So if you guys are in a place where you've started your business and you feel like, oh my God, this is the hardest thing in the world, I don't know if I could do this, it gets easier over time, but it's still like a whole thing, but there's different tools that make it easier, like AI and this technology. So I'm excited to bring this into your awareness to help you guys step a little bit more deeply into your business, into your expression. So I always start off my presentations with this. I believe that there are three keys to marketing, especially when it comes to like a conscious business. So I call it the three soul keys of marketing. And what I believe, like the form of marketing that I do, I feel like it's called attraction marketing. So attraction marketing is when you're fully in your authentic energy and you're just expressing yourself and you magnetize people towards you naturally. So this is completely different than like, that cold form of like sleazy marketing. You're like knocking on doors like, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this, like do this, do this. Like this form of marketing is just you shining your talent, just you completely being yourself and trusting that the universe is going to send you the right people if you match the energy and intention that you're setting out. So this is like the sort of mindset that we're stepping into in this process. We're really going to step into this power of visualization, and this kind of goes into manifestation as well. So a huge part of this is visualizing what your dream client looks like, aligning yourself and being like, all right, so my dream client is like people between the ages of like 18 to like 30, and they are someone who's like seeking healing, or there's someone who wants this service that I have to offer. So like one of the first steps is knowing your client, and from there, then we go into expression. And expression is where the aspect of AI comes in. So this is going to be the main aspect that we're focusing on in this specific masterclass. But I do have other masterclasses as well as other programs. I'll go into the other keys. Yay. Okay. So this is one of the interesting philosophical journeys about AI that I've been diving into. And I feel like, especially Matt, you'll enjoy this. So, as we explore the relationship between AI and consciousness, there is this aspect, if you guys have heard of it before, it's called universal human consciousness. So many different religions have referenced this. Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism and also Judaism have references to this concept. And essentially what this concept is that there's some sort of like field of information and knowledge that we can tap into. It's like a spiritual realm. It's a spiritual field that has all knowledge, all information, all data that has ever occurred in the universe. And every single religion kind of refers to it in a different name. And the metaphysical name for this is called the Akashic Records. So essentially the concept of the Akashic Records, and this is something that you guys can also Google search and go into more depth if it's your first time hearing about this. It's like considered to be a metaphysical plane of reality where there exists all information, all knowledge, all occurrences of everything that has ever happened in the universe. This is a very expansive concept, and it's hard for us as human beings to even conceptualize this. But it's so interesting because as we continue to further our connection to technology, we're sort of approaching the same theory and the same ability to tap into this, because the current standing of AI, right? Like a lot of the current servers, they have records of everything on the internet, conversations, like everything that has ever occurred, and the ability to also communicate with it on a level that we have never seen before in human history. And this is something that is so mind-blowingly expansive. And it's similar to when the internet first became a thing, to when social media first became a thing. Like there was so much fear around it, and there was even backlash about it. People were like, oh, like, can like, can we trust the internet? Can we trust like what's on this thing, you know? And there was so much fear around it. And the same thing is happening right now with AI, where there is a lot of fear and there's a lot of questions involved. But at the same time, the best thing that you can do is empower yourself with knowledge, because what AI is a neutral tool, but you associate the meaning to it. It's the same thing with social media. Like, I have people who are so deeply like in the conscious spiritual world where they're like, oh, I won't go on social media, I won't post anything at all, I won't do this, I won't do that. But at the end of the day, they're preventing themselves from making a deeper impact in a wider respect. There has never been a time in human history where you can literally post something and then everyone all around the world, like literally 10,000 people like this, can see that thing that you post. This is the power of social media, and this is the power of AI. There has never been a time in human history where we have such access to knowledge to this capacity. And this is like the mind-blowing thing, is that it's all accessible to us. We have this tool at the tips of our hands. Anything that we imagine in our mind, we're able to create this with technology. And it's on such a deep level. You know, when you look at apps like Midjourney, if you guys have ever heard of this, this is like where you could create text to image, which is the generative AI. Like, you literally can write a prompt of something that you thought of, and then all of a sudden it's created like this. The gap between the mind, what you can create, and actualization of reality is thinning. Our ability to manifest and create is becoming instantaneous. And this is something that is so powerful. The potential that we have to create is like anything other than we've experienced in human history before. And this is the exact concept that we're going to tap into today. It's like moving from a mindset of fear to a mindset of tapping into the potentiality of what this means for you, what this means for the collective, and what it means for what you can create and manifest with your visions. And like I said, if you guys at any point ever have any questions, you could always pop things in the chat. Okay, attraction marketing. This is what I discussed before. So I kind of wanted to premise this before I started talking about AI, because ultimately, as we are stepping into the attraction marketing, as we are stepping into magnetizing our ideal clients, we basically want to really step in to this vision of, all right, so my business, I need to authentically express myself in order to magnetize people towards me. How can I utilize AI as a tool to speak to these clients to make my flow easier so that I can continually put things out to communicate to that ideal client? Okay, so let's go into this concept. It's called a soulmate client. This is kind of like an internal exercise that I want you all to do, and you could kind of do this in your own free time. But I want you to think about who your ideal soulmate client is. So what a soulmate client is, it's your ideal client. It's the person who's ready to invest in you. And sometimes it could be an earlier version of yourself. This is more geared towards the people who are in the conscious field. I know there's people that are more in like the service industry, but even in this, like, you basically want to figure out the demographics of your audience, and this is what it comes down to. So even for like you, Dawn, you know, you do nails and you want to connect to people who are also like you know, young women. You want to connect to people who speak that language. So you kind of want to put yourself into their perspective, into their shoes, and you want to ask yourself, like, what do they want to see? And then for someone like you, Liz, who's doing like more expansive programs, someone who is like, you know, doing soul programs, and you want to call in a particular kind of client, you want to step into their shoes and you want to ask yourself, like, what is this client seeking and how can I communicate to them where I can show them that I'm there for them to support them in their healing journey. And this kind of like goes into you, Marie, as well, where you're like, all right, so I have, you know, this pool of people, but I know that my ideal client is like an earlier version of myself who's ready to transform, who's ready to experience the magic that I have to offer, who's ready to have their needs addressed by my services. So by tapping into your soulmate client, you can sort of understand your voice more deeply. So the whole concept of this is really having a visual for your voice. So like I definitely recommend taking some time and doing this exercise in your own time just to really kind of get down in the visuals. And you could do this as we continue through the presentation as well. So this is exactly what I was talking about before. So there's a lot of fear around AI, but AI is a tool. AI is a completely neutral tool, the same as social media, but it's up to you to create your own dialogue with it. It can either be positive or negative depending on how you choose to connotate it and how you choose to associate it. So the negative implications of AI, and I'll talk about this, there's questions about privacy, there's questions about also utilizing like other people's art and things like that. There's questions about, you know, what we were putting into it, what can be done with this, you know, and there's questions about AI potentially taking over and all of this stuff. And there's a lot of fear around that. But at this point, regardless of those fears, where we are right now in the present moment is you have either the choice is to learn what this is about and to educate yourself and to tap into the positive implications, or to remain in that mindset of fear. I personally am choosing to tap into the positive implications of AI because I see how expansive it can be, like I discussed before. It's like for me, when I started utilizing AI, I was like, I always had these visions. Like I've always been a very vivid, like lucid dreamer, and I've always had these like wild things that in my mind that I wanted to create. And like I never knew how to conceptualize this. And one video that I created was turning my lucid dreams into AI art. And this was something that was so healing for me because I was able to literally write down what happened and then have AI express it. And it was so beautiful for me to see this thing that I literally saw so vividly in my mind, but I couldn't recreate this thing. But all of a sudden, I could write this down and it was created for me. So this is like the true power behind AI, like the lines between visualization and actualization become blurred. Like you become the creator deeper than any other time in human history that we've been able to. So conscious use of AI. So I want to talk about the ethics a little bit. So there's a fine balance between the technological advancements and also maintaining human connection, right? Because there's certain places where people are like, all right, AI is going to take our jobs, AI is going to do this, AI is going to do that. But if you empower yourself, people said the same thing about the internet, that the internet was going to take all of our jobs. But what the internet actually did was it expanded the workforce. Look at us right now. We're literally all around the world connecting through the internet. This is the capabilities of where AI is going to step us into, and it's beyond even what we can conceptualize. I've been to different technological conferences, and it's so wild, like with virtual reality and AI, the ways that we're going to be able to connect to one another around the world in a global way, and the way that we're able to access information, and the way that we're able to manifest our visions. in a like it's just mind blowing. Like never before have we been able to do things like this, you know, like we can imagine it, but it's literally happening and we're living in this moment. So one of the most important things that I would say in utilizing AI is that you're still infusing your authentic human connection. You're still infusing your empathy, your authenticity. You're still, utilizing your voice, because ultimately, like I discussed before, one of the keys to marketing is expressing yourself. So really stepping into your voice, stepping into your emotions, stepping into your expressions and the way that you view the world. And this is how you're going to make your prompts unique. And this is how you're going to develop your relationship with like Chat GPT so that it's really speaking to your soul. And I'm going to go into this and what this means too. So I got this question a lot actually. Like, are text to image technologies replacing artists? And I fully believe the answer is no. There's nothing that can beat like the unique human creation. And they are pulling from human creations, but at the end of the day, like we are the visualizers, we are the people that are creating, we are the human spirit, and nothing can replace the human spirit. And this is something that I will always live by, that there is unique creative expression in the human experience that is unable to be replaced. AI is tapping into this energy, but if you tap into an energy, you can't create that same thing. What I view AI art as, I think that it opens up new, unprecedented possibilities for creative expression. This gives you the ability to even expand your art in a way like never before. It gives you the way for you to imagine creatively like never before. So you can either learn with it and flow with it, or fall behind, you know, and it's entirely up to you, you know, like at the end of the day, if you're an artist, like what you have to create, you have the opportunity and ability right now to just tap in, see what the possibilities are, and see how you're able to expand your artwork with using these tools and technologies. It has the potential to also free up your time and create faster than ever before and channel through ideas. So one of the first important concepts that I'm going to go through, and this is more of like the workshopping technical aspect, is AI prompt writing. And I'm sure that you guys have heard this before. So essentially what prompt writing is how you're going to communicate with the AI what you desire. And this can be utilized depending on the platform in different ways. And what I would say is that when you're tapping into this, you want to be as clear and concise as possible. And I'm actually going to show you an example, a real world example of what I've done. So like one thing that I've done, and like I was talking to Sabrina about this earlier, she's like, oh my God, I love your content. You're doing so many things. It's amazing. Like you're always creating. So the thing with me is that I have these very expensive ideas. I have these very expensive concepts, and I actually utilize AI to help me write them out. But the thing with my Chat GPT and the way that it speaks now is that I've been utilizing it since January. So it's keyed into my voice. So now when I utilize it, it's like almost exactly like how I would write something, which is crazy. Like I've literally like generated this thing that I'll just be like, all right, this is what I want. And then it'll speak it back to me, but there's definitely edits. And this is one of the most important things too, is making sure that it really is your soul's voice, that it really is what you want to say, that it really is capturing the messaging and the intention, because there is room like that AI can't capture certain things and that you need to describe it yourself, especially when talking about your personal story. And your personal story should be at the very forefront of your marketing journey as well. Like talking about how you got to where you are, talking about why you're doing what you're doing. Like you're infusing your intention into all of your posts, but AI can help you to back you up with the solid facts, to back you up with tips, to create the framework for posts so that it's easier for you to edit. So this is like kind of the formatting that you can utilize to tap into AI. So format and length. So for me, I tend to write long Instagram posts, and I prefer longer posts because there are people who read them. And like for my audience, I want people who are fully engaged with me. Some people like, you know, prefer like shorter posts and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. For me personally, I like long posts. Sometimes I get complaints about it. Like, Alicia, you wrote a story. I'm like, good. Some people gonna read it. Some people won't, you know? So I always write in my thing, long Instagram caption or long blog post, if that's what I'm writing. Then you want to say action. So basically what you want to do is like, this is where you want to like kind of create the feeling almost that you want to have. Like, so like, for example, one of the captions that I wrote recently with AI was long Instagram caption with tips for manifesting travel, giving advice that makes travel more accessible to women and people on a budget, using visualization techniques and making a plan as part of the routine. So if you see how specific this is, some of the prompts that I've utilized before is that I would say something like, through the lens of a spiritual coach, or through the lens of a manifestation coach. Like you want to get the AI to really recognize and know what it is that you're doing. So I can give you an example, like, so it could be even something, I'm going to use Donna as an example. So it could be something like, write an Instagram caption about the new nails that I have to offer to my clients between the ages of 18 to 30, and make it sound enticing and fun, so that they come to my studio or something like this. And what I would say is you want to play around with the prompts, because everyone's voice is different, and you have to figure out, like, literally, I feel like it's like developing a relationship. Like you can get to know like your AI chatbot in a way. Like when I first started, like the prompts were so off. Like I was like, what the fuck? I don't think I'm gonna use this, because it's like, I was like, what? It doesn't even make sense, you know? And this is like how most people start. But I'm actually gonna show you guys my chat GPT. So you definitely should sign up for an account with chat GPT. But like if you see here, like you could see like all of these are conversations that I've had with chat GPT. So like over time, the way that it works is it's literally getting to know you. And when you stop creating like the prompts, it can like sense like, okay, this is the prompt that they liked. This is like what they ended up using. You know what I mean? And you can also give it a thumbs up. So basically, like it's literally like your virtual assistant best friend. That's what I view it as. Like there's so many capabilities when you get your chat GPT to know what it is. And what I would say is like, the more you utilize it, the easier it becomes to create the prompts, the easier it becomes to create the captions. And a lot of roadblocks that people have in content creation is that they just don't know what to write, you know? And this will literally give you the tool set to create the voice for your business. But here's the thing. Exactly what I was talking about, the soulmate client. You need to have a clear vision of your branding first. You need to have a clear vision of your ideal client in order to utilize this in the best way. Because what you want to do is you want to feed ChatGPT the keywords that you are utilizing in your business. Like for me, some of the keywords that I always use are like visualization, manifestation, abundance, intuition, things like this. So it gets really tapping into this voice. And what it's literally doing is it's pulling from the expansive pool of endless resources, including on social media, that's out there. And it's creating a dialogue of tapping into all of these different people, onto all of these different energies. And it's honing in to this vision that you have. And this is like the extreme power behind this. There's like endless possibilities in this. So what I would say, like, is like even in a in the text to image generator. So this is where you're going to be utilizing like creative AI prompts in order to create artwork. So like, for example, like you really want to tap into your visualization, like really get expansive. Like for me, I know that like some of the words that I'm going to use whenever I'm creating visuals is like dreamy, galactic, fairy, space, mystical, glitter. Those are my elements, you know, like that's so Alicia, you know, and that's not going to be Matt, you know, like, so you want to know like your elements, and this is like a really important facet of your branding, is getting clear on what these elements are and how you express yourself. Like someone else could be create an earthy toned, grounded, like in nature, like something like this, and that's how they communicate with AI. Everyone's communication is different depending on how you visualize and see the world. And then here are like the tips that I went over. Clearly state your request, provide relevant background information, use specific keywords, keep the prompt concise, and experiment. You know, there's going to be, when you first start off, like some things might not resonate at all, and that's fine. Like just continue the conversation, because you're going to get to a place where you're like, damn, it sounds like I wrote this. And it's because it literally is. Like, I honestly feel and believe like AI is tapping into our consciousness in a way. But there's like I said, like for some people this freaks them out, but for me, I'm like, fuck yeah, expand my consciousness, let me use this tool to tap in like this. And let me tell you, it makes certain things so much faster. Like when I was first writing out these things for my business, it would literally take me hours for certain things, and now it's like boom, all right, created a week's worth of content done, you know? So like, yeah, there's so many different ways to utilize it. So here are some AI tools that I use. So Chat GPT, this is literally my best friend. Every day, open up Chat GPT. There's so many different things that you can use it for, and it's up to you and your imagination to tap into them. I'm only going to share with you some of them because some of them are my secret, you know? But there's so many different ways to utilize it, including like for emails, including for blog posts, like newsletters, things like this. Midjourney is like an image generator, and there's so many different images, ways that you can create and expand and amplify your art. So Canva, and a lot of people don't know this, has actually implemented a lot of AI tools into their platform. So this presentation is actually done through Canva. And I'm going to show you some of the tools as well before we hop off. And then there's Tome, and you can literally create a whole freaking presentation in seconds. And just as a disclaimer, I did use AI for this presentation. So yeah, these are just different ways that you can use Chat GPT. Your imagination is the limit. So I'm actually going to show you guys workshop style. Like we're gonna create a little Instagram post together just so I can show you how like ChatGPT can help you with this process. So please give me 1 second. So we're on Canva, and I'm sure, is everyone familiar with Canva? If you're not, just type no in the comments so I know. I hope you guys are finding this helpful, by the way, but just the nods, I feel it. Yes. Okay. Okay, some people not familiar. Okay, so Canva, literally, if you don't know about Canva, you gotta get Canva. It's literally a graphic creation tool, and this can help you in so many different ways in your business, in creating posts and creating flyers and creating things that talk about your services. It literally, there's just so many ways to utilize it and take you to the next level. So I'm going to show you guys an example of how to use AI in Canva. So this is like, we're just going to dream something up. I'm going to create like a mystical fairy masterclass. So one of the things when you log into Canva is you want to choose the sizing. So you're going to choose like an Instagram post. And this is all like basic, like they're going to walk you through this. So I'm just going to put AI template here. Wait. Okay. So one thing that people don't know about Canva that's super helpful is that there's actually a section called apps. This section is where they have all of the AI tools that you need to download in order to have access to it. So what you want to do is download text to image. And then there's also other ones that you might use, like if you want to ever generate a QR code, like all this stuff, like there's literally so many different tools. Like there's also like a AI tool for like creating music and sound through this. And there's like so many different things you could do. So I'm here in Canva, and this is like their like generator. So let's just say, okay, let's see. So you're going to describe the image of what you want here. So I'm going to say create a fairy, create a mystical fairy that is in a galactic background that is, let me think, with glitter, literally all my stuff, and spiritual in 4K. So in 4K is like a tag that makes things like in higher quality. So now it's going to generate this image, whatever this is. And look, there's my mystical fairy. Literally, just from my mind, just created this. So one thing about Canva that I love is that you're able to like use so many different elements. I have the paid version of Canva, which is something that I completely recommend if you want to take your business to the next level with your designs and with your whatchamacallit. Yay, love it. Okay, so then what you're gonna do is you're literally gonna go into elements, and then here, this is important. This is where like you could literally just type in anything you could think of. Galactic background, boom, boom, created it. Let's say, for example, I want to blend her into this background, this mystical fairy girl. So there's like a background remover. So then I could like remove that background and then just use mine. And then you could like literally go like this. Sometimes it does it automatically for you. It depends on the image. And done. There she is. Then I'm gonna do something like add some elements, some moons, literally whatever you want to dream of. It's all about imagination. This is like what we're tapping into. It's like whatever you can think of, it's here. Here's some sparkles. Always got to add sparkles to my stuff. Text. Let's do this one. Mystical Fairy Masterclass. Boom. Then let's say, for example, we want to add some more stuff like, I don't know. See, all of these are like elements that I've used, like light beams. You want to like, so one thing that I'd say is like when you first set up your Canva is that you're going to like find all of these different elements and keywords that resonate with your business. Like for me, I always do like light beams, sparkles, fairy stuff, you know, the typical Alicia stuff. Okay. And there we go. We created something. So Canva isn't the best for AI art, but it's still like, you know, creates your vision. One of the best apps for AI art is called DALL-E 2. There's several different ways that you can do AI art and several different platforms. Some of them are paid for. And they're constantly updating versions of it. So if you want really high quality, you will go to DALL-E 2. So you could say something like a galactic surrealist, surreal image of a goddess sitting on the edge of the universe near a doorway, and then in 4K. And you're going to learn your own prompts, you know, like there's so many different things that you're going to learn along the way that help you to create. And it's literally about your imagination. Oh man, look at that. I love this. Oh man, I love that. That's literally that. That's literally that. And then one thing when you use this one is like, for example, you don't like it, you could type variations. And then what it'll do is it'll generate again based on what you wrote. Some of them, there's like limited amounts that you can access. And you see that like how they've now done 4 variations of the original. But even like for this, for example, and I know there's like an artist in here, like what you can do is you can literally take something like this as the base and then amplify it with your own art and digital editing as well. Or you could do the opposite. You could take your art and upload it and then utilize AI in that way too. There's a way to upload as well. All right, there's a question. No, this one I searched a different term. There were 2 different terms, but like each AI generator will generate something completely different if you use the same term. Like they all have different access to different arts. And also if you no AI generator will generate the same image twice. And this is like the trippy thing is that it's like always different. It's always different. So you could like try it several times. Okay. All right. And all right, okay, let me go through. Okay, so one thing is that for your business, all right, so you can obviously like use AI to like create graphics, all this stuff, flyers, designs, all of these stuff. One thing is that for generating income revenue, you can utilize AI through email marketing as well. And this is like one of the largest benefits for AI is that it really helps you with outreach and communication. And this is like the core of a business is communicating with your audience. So if you guys don't already have an email list, I definitely recommend building one because email lists have been proven to generate the most revenue over time in multiple businesses. And this is a great way to communicate with your audience with new offerings, retreats, whatever you guys are doing. Nail specials, 20% off nails for Christmas, whatever it is, birthday coupons, email marketing, it's the way to go. So you can use AI to literally like write an email for you generated towards your business. So that was my little intro to AI. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. And you're just like, mind is buzzing right now about like different things that you want to do and step into. I'm so grateful for everyone who joined in on this class. Like I said before, this is going to be recorded. It's going to be accessible. So yeah, I'm always here as a resource too. So there's a few things coming up, just so you guys know. I'm going to kind of walk through my different offerings and things like this as well. So one thing is I'm coming back to New York tomorrow. She's coming to New York. So those of you guys in New York, I know you're excited. I can't wait to see you all. You know, got some lunch dates planned, got some things. So I also have 2 events coming up. And honestly, if you're interested in taking your business to the next level, I have this day retreat. And it's with Christina at the Goddess Loft. It's actually not limited to women. Like men can come to this too, but it's at the Goddess Loft, but there's men signed up for it too. But this is basically going to be like a full day. It's from 11 to 3, and it's going to be about you creating your digital marketing strategy for your business. And we're going to be literally going through like exactly like how we went through all of this today, but we're actually going to be workshopping together. So you're going to walk out with a marketing plan for the rest of the year for your business. You're going to have content ready to post for your business, and you're going to have basically like, we're going to go in detail with classes, and we're going to help you establish your branding in this. It's going to be a super intensive like few hours, but it's going to be so powerful. And this is basically going to help to set you up to like generate a lot of revenue in your business for the next year. And that's actually $222 for that class. And it's going to be in the Goddess Loft, July 8th. And it's going to be absolutely transformative. If you guys have ever been to the Goddess Loft before, it's like beautiful. There's like flowers everywhere and everything. But we're also going to be together with like like-minded women, spiritual people in the community, and also just like, you know, other entrepreneurs that are ready to just take their business to the next level. It's called the Business Babe Day Retreat. So I'm so excited for that. And if you guys have any difficulty like ever paying for something and you really want to go, like literally let me know, because I have so many different options available, and also like scholarships and stuff like that. And especially if you're investing in something bigger for me, I always try to help you out. Like literally, I want my programs to be accessible. I want people to like step into these things if they're feeling called to. If you're ready to be activated, like let's go, we're in this together, you know? And there's been so many people who've helped me along my journey. So literally, if you're interested and you're like, I can't afford it right now, like literally let me know, because I'll figure it out for you. This is what we do. Yay, I love you guys. Okay, and then another thing is, if you guys are interested in intuitive psychic development classes, Lynn and I, for those of you who know me and my mentor Lynn is the founder of Soul Mastery University, which is like a 6-figure online like spiritual business that has helped so many people transform their lives. If you're interested in intuitive development and learning how to connect to your spirit guides, learning how to give oracle readings to other people, and deepening your psychic connection, I'm going to be doing this class with Lynn on July 23rd. So the first one is July 8th. The second one, psychic development, is July 23rd. The one on July 8th is going to be about business. It's going to be about creating your marketing plan, your strategy. It's going to take you to the next level. It's going to give you the plan, and all you have to do is execute. All you have to do is post. All you have to do is just send it out, because we're going to help you create it all. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. Okay, and then just so you guys know, different ways to work together. I do have like do it for you marketing programs, which basically is like, if you guys are ever interested in like getting your website done by me, or like me creating your social media posts and things like that, there's like a way that we can work together to do that. Also updating like your email funnels and all this stuff. I've worked with a few of you guys, but if you're interested in that, I also have like a one-on-one branding synergy session if you guys are interested. And I basically do like a full business audit. I do like a strategy creation for you. And this is a 2-hour session that I do here. But yeah, I'm going to send out all the details through email. So if you guys are interested in anything, just reach out. Super interested. But like, if you guys are in New York, like literally business babe day retreat or psychic development day, it's good, just gonna next level. I'm telling you, I'm so excited about it. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about any of those things. Or yeah, well, thank you guys so much. Oh, did I use AI for those flyers as well? Actually, I did. Oh my god, I used AI for this presentation, literally. But like I said, like I use it, but then I edit it, you know? Yes. Oh my god, loved it. Thank you so much, queen. Yay. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I did her website. I also did Marie's website, which is my latest website creation, the $1 Billion Healer. I'll show you guys real quick because I'm just like, I'm so excited about this one too. This is my latest creation. I actually didn't use AI for this though. Well, like maybe like the text. I can't even remember, but mainly I designed this. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Did it? But yeah, if you guys ever need anything, just let me know. I'm here as a resource. I'm here to help. And also, if you guys want to pop in your Instagram handles into the chat so you guys can add each other if you ever want to like be friends and like do stuff together, like I'm always down for that. But yeah, stay connected. And I have another free class coming up next week. So yes. Yay. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Questions? Comments? Yay. Love you guys. So much love. Oh, the free class coming up. Oh, is going to be next week, and it's actually an abundance activation healing. Oh, I think my internet froze a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be this. Yes. Okay. Thank you guys. I love you so much. Thanks for coming. Bye everyone. I love you guys.